When you're sitting in the middle of a negative situation, it's really a hard pill to swallow when somebody cheerful comes walking up to you and says, just look at the bright side. I don't blame you at all if you have the urge to just punch them. Don't do it, but I don't blame you for having the urge. But honestly, they do have a good point. There is a bright side no matter what you're going through. And I know this from personal experience. Today, I'm going to tell you my 4 strategies that can help you bring positive out of even the saddest, most negative situation. Stick around.
Guild Coaching. More success, less stress.
When you're in the middle of a negative situation and a positive person comes up to you and tells you just to look on the bright side or find the silver lining, you might have the urge to just punch them because they don't understand what you're going through. But they do have a point. And I know that it's possible to bring good and positivity out of even the most painful situation. I lost my mother to a long and painful, horrible battle with cancer, and she was my best friend. And I used the 4 strategies that I'm giving you today to help me find positivity in that horrible time of my life. So I know if it can work for me in that situation, it can work for you. And I've seen so many clients use these to help them deal with loss of a job or other difficulties in their life, losing friends, family members, pets, all sorts of things. So these 4 strategies work. The very first one is a quote from one of my favorite people in the world who has been a mindset coach for me. And she always told me that I had to understand that everything is figureoutable. And it's true. Everything is figureoutable. No matter how bad your situation is, no matter what tragedy has happened, no matter how frustrated you are, take a deep breath and remind yourself that everything is figureoutable. Number 2, you have to remember that even if a situation is happening to you, you do have a degree of control. You do have choices. Things don't happen to you and then you just don't have a choice of how you respond moving forward. Understanding that you do have control, that there are things that are within your power, actions, reactions, thoughts, seeking help, different places. You are in control no matter what the situation is. You may not see it right in front of your face, but take a deep breath, repeat step number 1 to yourself, everything is figureoutable, and try to find the 3rd alternative. What I mean by the 3rd alternative is that usually people say, oh, well, I either have to do this or I have to do this. And it has to be one of these 2 things. Hold on just a minute and see if you can employ any creativity. Usually there's some sort of a compromised alternative. It doesn't necessarily have to be this or this. There can be some meat in the middle point, but you're not going to find it unless you calm down and understand that everything is figureoutable. So these 2 strategies really do go together. The 3rd strategy works to reduce your stress and increase your happiness in every situation. And the reason that it does is because your mind cannot both be unhappy and happy at the same time. It has to choose. It doesn't have the capability to be both things at the same time. You can have a bittersweet memory where you love the memory, but maybe it represents a loss. I've already told you I lost my mom. Many of my memories with my mom are bittersweet because I wish that she were here to make new memories with me, but she's not. So it's a memory that I enjoy, but at the same time, there's just that little bit of bitterness there with the sweet. But you can't be happy and sad at the same time. The way for you to get out of that mode of allowing your circumstances around you to control what your mood is, whether you're happy or sad, is to take 100% responsibility for everything in your life. Stop blaming other people. Stop blaming different situations, different people, whatever. Take 100% responsibility for where you are in that moment. This even works if it's something that has happened to you. You can take responsibility for any choices that you made along the way that led to this point, because I promise there were choices that you made along the way that allowed this situation that you're dealing with to come about. When you take responsibility, you shift from being a victim to being empowered. When you're sitting in the victim seat, that is a horrible place to be. Here's what the victim seat sounds like. Charles, when you do this, you make me feel bad. I just gave Charles all of the responsibility for my feelings. But the truth is, I choose how I allow Charles's actions to make me feel. So if I change it to, I choose to not feel bad anymore when Charles does this thing, then all of a sudden, I'm not in the victim seat, I am empowered. And that changes my mood. That takes it from a sad victimization situation to an empowered situation, and empowerment feels good. You cannot feel like you're a victim while you're feeling empowered at the same time. It's impossible. They're opposites. So take 100% responsibility for everything in your life at all times. Stop playing the blame game, and it will help you raise your mood, elevate yourself, and be able to see positives in a negative situation. The fourth thing that you have to do is take a deep breath, sit back, and just ask where the lesson is. Taking a moment to do that makes you slow down. Where was the lesson in the example that I've given you? Where was the lesson in my mother's death? She died at the age of 68 from a rare form of bone cancer. It's actually blood cancer, cancer in your blood that infects your bone, called multiple myeloma. Where was the lesson in that? There were lots of lessons in that. I made commitments, health commitments to myself to benefit my family through that. Did it help my mother not pass away at the age of 68? No, it didn't. But it did provide positivity for me and to me through that negative situation. I promise these 4 strategies will help you find some good and raise your mood, elevate your spirit, no matter what situation you are going through. Before you go, please hit the subscribe button, and remember, also hit that little bell. That is going to tell you the next time that we upload a video that can help improve your success while lowering your stress. Also, always check our video descriptions. We put gifts down there, so check the description for links to helpful articles and other freebies and tools that can help you live a life with more success and lower stress. See you next time.